Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Core Jr. Today we're playing a little team deathmatch on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, is this StarCraft? Oh my god, this is StarCraft. Oh my god, this is StarCraft. That was seriously my reaction the first time I recorded this, because it was like, I couldn't believe that I'm actually recording StarCraft. And number one, I can't even believe that I'm playing StarCraft. And this is pretty much just going to be like a little gameplay preview and sort of a review and my first impressions of it. The game itself is great, just like to get the review started off really quick. This game is great. This is seriously one of the best games that I've played all year. And it easily has the biggest wow factor of any game that I've ever played. And you're going to see why in just a second. But just to give you a little background on my RTS history. Yeah, that's pretty much my history in RTS. I don't ever play RTS games at all. This is seriously my first RTS game ever, guys. And I would go as far as to say that this is probably the best game that I've played all year. I would definitely go as far as to say that. Bear in mind that I don't play RTS games. I play first-person shooter games. I play shooter games, sports games. I played WoW for a little bit, so I'm familiar with the Blizzard system. But this game definitely requires a different kind of thinking than any other video game you're going to play. Kind of as a review thing, you really need to get in the mindset of controlling a lot of things at a lot of different times. There's two really important words that are going to be vital to your RTS success, whether it be a multiplayer or single player. Right now I'm playing some single player. This is just a quick little mission that I recorded. But two words that you're going to need to know are micro and macro. Macro is widely recognized as the most important RTS skill, and what that means, it's not the general picture of like the big map knowledge and all that. It's none of that. Macro literally means building your buildings, building your units, building workers, getting minerals, getting Vespian gas, which is what you use to create your units, and that's called macro. And what that enables you to do is that enables you to begin micro. And what you're seeing right now is a facet of micro. Micro pretty much means that I'm controlling my units. I'm telling my units where to go. I'm telling what units to do what. And just to kind of put this out there, this is not a good multiplayer strategy to bring every single unit you have into the forefront of the battle. That's not a good decision to make. And if you think it's a good decision, probably not going to win too many multiplayer games, so bear that in mind. I'm going to be reviewing mostly the single player because that's mostly what I've been playing. This game is StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. Apparently there's going to be 2 more expansions. This game focuses mostly on the Terran campaign, and the Terrans are the humanistic military, so to say. Obviously this is futuristic. And then you're campaigning against and sort of with the Protoss. But you're mainly campaigning against the Zerg, and the Zerg are insect-like creatures that I'm fighting right now. They're the guys that are floating up in the sky and explode pretty cool like that. And all 3 are available to play in multiplayer, but only the Terran are available to play in campaign. The Protoss are your futuristic alien society, very civilized, very advanced society. And your Zerg are the insect-like creatures like this. And that's pretty much the 3 factions, so to say, that are in StarCraft 2 as far as the campaign and the multiplayer. The campaign is fantastic. If you're not into campaigns in video games like I am, mostly I'm into shooters, so I'm really heavy into multiplayer. Halo, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, whatever. I'm mainly into the multiplayer aspect, but as soon as I got this, I decided, hey, you know what? I don't know how to play RTS, so I'm going to go into the campaign just to kind of learn my way around and learn how to control my guys, learn my hotkeys, learn what units do what. And I was immediately just immersed in the story of StarCraft. It's unbelievable how quickly it grabs you and how each character is very distinguishable. It's almost like a novel. Like, I haven't had a story this impressive since the first BioShock. Like, BioShock 2 campaign was good, but BioShock had probably the best campaign I've ever played, and this tops it. I mean, just the way that the characters reveal themselves, the way that each one kind of portrays and plays a character of its own, and also the way that each faction interacts with each other, and just the way that the cinematics play out. Like this cinematic right here, this is just a part of the mission or whatever, where you blow up the platform. But just the cinematics of it. I mean, the constant, what's happening next, and that's what I find myself doing before and after each mission or whatever. I'll listen to music or whatever while I'm doing the mission, because the missions do get kind of lengthy. They get 15 to 30 minutes long, depending on how big of an army you're going to build up. Obviously, I built a lot of units, so this is going to be a longer mission, and it's also depending on the objective. But yeah, so while I'm playing, I might listen to some music, but always, before and after a mission, I'll always listen to the story, because number one, it gives you briefing on your mission, and it'll give you some little tips or whatever. You might have to listen. It might say, build some anti-air units because this doesn't have very good anti-air. Build some ground units because they have lots of air units, so you need to find some ground units to burst down the air. Something along those lines. But the story in this is unbelievable, guys. It's you're pretty much campaigning against the Zerg, and I don't want to give too much away the single player, but what you're basically doing is you're trying to save the main character's. I don't really know how to explain her, but the main character is Jim Raynor, and he has ties to the leader of the Zerg, which is the Queen of Blades, and she's like a zombie-like figure that plays a very big part in the story. And you're trying to recover her, defeat her, meet her in battle, pretty much any of those three. And that's another thing about StarCraft's campaign, is it really gives you an opportunity to choose your own path. Like you can choose to go with the Protoss or the Zerg, or you can't choose to go with the Zerg, but you can choose, do I want to go with this and get this benefit, or do I want to go with that and get that benefit? So it really lets you feel in control of your destiny, which is what I love about this game, as if the gameplay wasn't intuitive enough, where you're constantly moving units and playing the game the way you want to play it. If you want to rush and you want to send every single one of your units to a base, you can do that. Or if you want to play very tactical, like you do in multiplayer, and send this unit to go there and this unit to go there, you can do that as well. The objective for this mission was to blow up these little base things in the middle or whatever, and that's the objective of the mission. And once I do that, the mission's over. So the video's almost over, guys. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, great single player, great multiplayer, awesome story, great characters, really fun gameplay if you've never played an RTS before, and if you have played an RTS, it's probably just as much of a wow factor. It was great for me, never played an RTS, guys. Shout out to Nick Balin, he wanted to be in this video. Love you, man. Okay, yeah, guys, I'm Core Jr. Bye, thanks.